The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Well, good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight as we have an exciting webinar to talk about our newest product with MA Web Centers, and that is Morse Connect. I am so excited to talk to you a little bit about the product, give you a high-level overview, but then also talk to you a little bit about how our clients and even unfranchised owners can use this incredible product to grow their business. We'll talk about some various ways to help them identify how they can communicate with their clients and prospects to build their business, as well as in franchise owners. But then we'll also talk about what the next step is and how to identify some potential leads and target markets. So let me just double check and make sure that everyone can see the screen okay. It looks like things are working well. So let's go ahead and get started and talk a little bit about Morse Connect. Well, the first thing we always want to identify is the market, right? Nearly 400 billion texts are sent monthly worldwide. So do you think there's an opportunity there? There sure is. 64% of consumers prefer texting over talking to a business on the phone, and 77% of consumers age 18 to 34 are likely to have a positive perception of a company that offers texting. 81% of all consumers agree that it's frustrating to be tied to a phone or computer waiting for customer service assistance. And I think everyone here would agree that people prefer text, period. You know, it's all too often that people have a cell phone or a smartphone nowadays and they don't even use it for actual phone calling. They're using it for messaging, would it be direct messaging on social media applications, or texting, or email, or scrolling through social media sites or apps. But the idea is that these devices were actual phones where people would actually dial a phone number and contact another person or individual or business. But nowadays, more and more people realize that they can get more done multitask as they're texting because they control the flow of information. And the same thing, people are so busy nowadays that the convenience of texting just outweighs waiting on the phone. So say you call into a certain company and they put you on hold, you're tied to that line while you're trying to do other things, waiting for them to answer, whereas you might not have the time to sit around and wait, where you could just text a certain message and have them respond to you very, very quickly. So obviously there's a huge market and opportunity here. And with Morse Connect, we'll talk about how different the service is. So the first step is that a client or business that purchases the Morse Connect product, we enable their landline or their toll-free line. With most of the packages, they get up to 2 different lines that we can text enable. And the idea is that they may have text messages coming into their landline already and they don't even know it, and they're bouncing back to the client or consumer, or they're getting lost in the telecom world. So many consumers are actually right now already texting business landlines and nothing's happening. And the same thing's happening with toll-free numbers. So the first step is that we will enable texting on those landline numbers, and we will go through and make sure that we can support that. Certainly with voice over internet protocol types of phone services, there may be an issue, but we will make sure that we work through that process when they're setting up their service. The other thing is that there are many businesses that may not have a landline or toll-free number. They might have just a cell phone line. So we can also secure a landline phone number or an 800 number for them by working with Morse Connect. So one of the things we'll talk about being a little bit different is our autoresponders. Auto responding, instant responses to certain keywords that get brought into the system. So a custom automated text response gives your customers what they want at the speed of business. And of course, we're looking at texting or going online or searching because we want information fast as consumers. So why not text a business, what are your hours of operation, and have that respond immediately with their hours of operation. Maybe texting a restaurant, what are your lunch specials, and automatically be sent their lunch specials, or a link to their mobile version of their website with their lunch specials. Or it could be, what are the calendar of events, or when is the next concert happening, and having that information immediately responded back to the client. It could be done for so many other purposes, what we'll talk about. But just like any other texting back and forth, the business owner can actually have personal responses as well. So just like regular texting, the business and their employees can respond on their own and keeps that intimate customer connection intact. Now they can respond via an app, an iPhone, app, an iPad, maybe a dashboard that we have access to in their Morse Connect dashboard through their WebCenter admin, or through their cell phone, whatever device is best for them. And unlimited responses when we have a fully customized program. So if you can think it, you can set it up, create as many auto responses to typical and all potential questions, and that's just smart. We offer a simple dashboard, which gives them access across all their devices, mobile, tablet, computer, to see all the data, tweak and manage everything available. They can do mass promotional text messages. They can do the automated text messages, as well as they can respond one-on-one manually to the client. So there's a couple very easy steps. The first being that they're going to set up their service, right? So they're going to set up their service through a WebCenter account. So it's got to be through a WebCenter owner. So step one is to set it up. It's a $49 setup fee. And on that, the WebCenter owner earns $24 in retail profit and 25 BV just for the initial setup. The second step is that the client will select their service plan, and those range between $19.99 a month to $275 a month. So the client selects their monthly plan from 6 different tiers, but there are no overages, and that's incredible. So what happens is if they choose a plan and they come up to their limit, their service actually will get a notification and saying that they are approaching their limit or their limit has been completed, and they have the option to then upgrade to the next tier should they wish, or they can hold off until the next billing cycle and start over with a fresh amount. So the WebCenter owner earns 5 to 90 BV per month, depending on the plan. We'll go over those next. And then there could be an optional service that we offer called a campaign management. So it's very similar to our website monthly managed campaigns, whereby our Morse Connect customers that select to have campaign management for just $19.99 per month, they have the option to have fully managed service so that they can work with a project manager to help them create all of their texting campaigns, all the keyword responses, and everything that needs to be put in place. They simply email their project manager what they'd like to see happen, and the project manager will put everything into the system for them. And for the campaign management, it's an additional 5 BV per month for the WebCenter owner on an ongoing basis. So here are the packages. A starter package, 250 texts, kind of like a trial version, $19.99 a month, 5 BV to the WebCenter owner. Now, most clients and companies are going to go through a 250 text messages on a monthly basis very quickly, but it gives them a test and a way for them to try out the service. And again, it's inbound and outbound messages. So if they send out one promotional text to 50 people on their list, well, that's 50 text messages. If they send out one text message and a client responds, that's 2 texts. That's 1 outbound and 1 inbound. If then they respond again, it's going to be 3. So you can see how that can add up. But the idea is that these prices are very, very competitive across all text message marketing services in the marketplace. Our bronze level is 1,000 texts per month for only $39.99 and offers the WebCenter owner 10 BV. And then we go to the silver package, which is 2,500 texts per month for $59.99 at 20 BV. Gold status would give a business 5,000 text messages per month with a total retail cost on that of just under $100 at $99.99 per month, 35 BV to the WebCenter owner. And then we've got some high-level plans, executive at $10,000 and corporate at $20,000, so that we can handle large clients and customers with this service as well. So for the executive, for 10,000 texts per month, only $175 per month with 65 BV, and our corporate accounts of 20,000 text messages on a monthly basis. The retail cost of that would be $275 per month with 90 BV to you, the WebCenter owner. Now, the important thing to remember is that this is currently a US only product. Our support is available by phone 24/7 in English, Spanish, Mandarin, and Cantonese, just like all of our other services with our support. But currently, due to some industry regulations and some technical issues, it is currently a US only product. So very simply, we could get businesses started with the bronze package, and through half the month, if they realize that they're going through their levels and they're engaging with their clients and they're actually seeing some results, they can actually upgrade to 2500, and then they would be billed out on a monthly basis at the 2500 or silver package. So it is a very flexible program, and certainly maybe seasonally they might be bumping up or downgrading some of their text message limitations. So let's take a look at some of our candidates. What about health and beauty based clients? How about hair salons, nail salons, makeup artists, potentially day spas, medical spas, skincare professionals, gym or fitness centers, personal trainers, lifestyle coaches? Some simple things they can do. How about just announcements? We've got a new barber, a new stylist joining our team. Schedule today. Maybe it's an announcement in terms of an anniversary, a VIP special. Maybe it's something to do with maybe someone called in sick, so they can text all of their clients in the calendar and just say, unfortunately, so-and-so is sick today. We need to reschedule your appointments. Maybe it's a product announcement, an event announcement. Any type of mass promotional announcement can be done. Can even promote different openings. Maybe there's a cancellation and they're trying to fill that cancellation. Maybe it's a massage therapist. Maybe it's a nail tech. Maybe it's a personal trainer. Last minute, I've got an opening at 11 o'clock. I just want to let everyone know. And then maybe a link to book them or the phone number for them to call in and promote those openings. That's the benefit of this type of service, is that when there is that last minute cancellation that usually costs these self-employed solopreneurs money, and this is a way to do these quick promotional blasts to let people know. Now, certainly we see a lot of this on social media. Maybe they do it on a tweet, or maybe they do it on Instagram, or maybe they push it out on a Facebook message, or maybe they try and do an email, but we know that notifications go unnoticed. They fall by the wayside, they get buried, and sometimes people don't even see them. So 98% of text messages are opened. They might not be clicked, but they get opened. Less than 20% of emails get opened. So text message marketing is a great way to reach the consumer. How about running specials? They can actually send out coupon codes or promotional specials, whether it's a product or service. You think of someone who might be trying to promote a Valentine's Day special, maybe a buy 2 for 1. Maybe it's a new retail special in the salon. They're trying to blow out inventory. Or maybe it's a special for a brand new stylist that is trying to fill their calendar. So all these different ways to use the service. How about in a restaurant, right? Let's take a look at some of the uses for this service for a restaurant. How about hours of operation, right? A client or customer or patron can text in and say, what are your hours? And the keyword could be hours, and automatically it could return a text message to whoever sent the text in that says the hours of operation. Maybe it says, what is your location, or where are you located? And those words, location or located, could actually return the address, the physical address, maybe a Google Maps listing link, a URL. Or maybe someone texts in and says, what are your lunch specials, or what are your dinner specials? And with that keyword, lunch specials or dinner specials, or whatever keyword phrase the business owner wants to put in, it would automatically spit back the actual specials, or it could be a link to the menu or specials page on their website. So it becomes very interactive. They can also do images on this as well. So it gives a lot of flexibility. It's a very, very robust platform. How about calendar of events? In a restaurant, they might be doing certain wine tastings, maybe pairings, or specialty 7-course meals, or around the holidays trying to do different events and function events. Maybe they've got live music and they're trying to promote that. Maybe it's a Sunday brunch. These are all ways that they could do a mass promotional text blast. Or it could be also the automated response where someone says, what are your events for December, whatever your events for February, and those keywords of events could return back a link to their page for their calendar on their website. When someone clicks it, it opens up right to their mobile version of their website, hopefully a responsive website design with all the information the client is looking for. How about using it as a loyalty program? Hey, why not set yourself up for our loyalty program? Whereas they would just basically say opt in, right? Here, send us your telephone number and we'll opt you into our loyalty program. And once a month, maybe it's a restaurant that's slow on Mondays. And what they can say is maybe it's a pizza shop or a sub shop and they're slower on Mondays. So they say, Monday special from 12 to 6, buy one slice, get one free, or lunch special for our loyalty patrons only. And they can promote that to their list of loyalty rewards clientele. And of course, they could also do text orders. So, there's lots of online ordering apps and things like that we're seeing. We're even seeing things like Uber Eats, but the idea is that someone could literally just text in their order. Maybe it's a sub shop and they could text in, order for Jimmy. I'm looking for a hot Italian with, lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, or whatever. The restaurant could then turn back and say, great, that's going to be $18.30 when you include a bag of chips and a soda. It'll be ready in 15 minutes or whatever it is. They can do text communication, and it becomes very, very easy to communicate on both ends if that's something that they want to promote. How about just customer service? Large companies, what about reducing hold times? They could actually have an automated message while someone's on hold that says, for a quicker response, text us your question. And while the customer service rep is on the computer answering other people's emails, they're on the phone, they can also be doing chat messaging. So text communication is faster, it's easier, it's more convenient. Customer service reps can multitask and handle more clients in a more timely fashion. And yes, it is still more personal than a recorded line, automated line, or is similar to a chat bot, but is mobile friendly for the consumer. So if someone has a question and they're online and they're on a chat bot trying to chat, but they've got to run out the door, they then have to close out the chat and say, I'll just handle this later. Whereas if they are texting the business, they can text that while they run out the door, or when they're parked in a parking lot, or whenever they've got a little time, they can send out that text message and be responded to immediately. How about some other industries like contractors or those in the trades? How about things like billing? Hey, I'm just wondering what my current invoice is. They could text that, and the business could then respond in a text message. Maybe quoting. I'm looking for the cost of redoing the flooring in my bathroom, and right now the square footage is 10 by 15, and I'm looking for granite tile. Or maybe it's something for locations, where is your store located? Like we said, it could be used like an automated answering service, because a lot of people in the trades are solopreneurs. They're self-employed individuals actually operating in the business. Maybe it's a single mason and he's doing some stone facade work or new chimney. Or maybe it's an interior designer and she's inside the living room and she's measuring things. And maybe it's a siding company and she's trying to install siding, and you don't have time to answer the phone, and sometimes email gets lost or email gets too bulky by the end of the day. But an automated answering message that could just say, we'll get you back to you at our earliest convenience. Please let us know what the inquiry is for. It's also, again, great for scheduling. Hey, I'm looking for someone to stop by the house to take a look at my landscaping needs, my snow removal needs, whatever it is. Maybe it's after hours communication. So it's just an easy way for clients and consumers to communicate. How about professional services like attorneys, CPAs, and other engineering firms and architects and other professionals? Could be used for appointment reminders like at a health professional office. Could be used for confirmations. Could be used for scheduling. Maybe office closures. Maybe there's some inclement weather and the office is closed, or delayed openings. Any industry-related info. Hey, I thought everyone should know the latest on this new law that was just passed. Or maybe, again, hours of service, directions, and location, which could be any industry. How about retail? It could be used to text coupon codes to their clients. It could be used to text in-store promotions. On Thursday we're doing a special, and it's 20% off, ladies' footwear. Maybe it's other promotions or directions, hours of operations. How about announcements? We're going to be closed on Wednesday early because we have some new things happening. We're doing an inventory, right? Just some way to blast out announcements. How about inventory updates? For those that were looking for, the latest t-shirt or the latest pair of sneakers or the latest and greatest, whatever it might be, we currently have a new load coming in on Thursday. Be sure to come in on Friday to make sure that you can get your hands on it. Whatever it is, it can create that sense of urgency as well. How about order reminders? You've got an order that's sitting in our back office right now waiting to be picked up. Please have someone stop in. So this can all be managed on their customer dashboard or their mobile app, but it's an easy way to communicate with people because as soon as they pick up the phone, there's more time away from other things and they don't know if they're going to reach someone and they're going to leave voicemails, and then it's a back and forth of playing voicemail tag. So it's very, very high quality customer service. How about studios or schools like preschools, daycares, pre-K learning centers, dance studios, martial arts studios, dojos, gymnastics schools, religious schools? It's great for parent communication. Don't forget, we've got the school concert next Wednesday night. How about delays and closures? A lot of people are doing this and they get an email and it's too late. By the time you get the email, maybe you didn't even get the email, you already showed up to the studio and there's a sign on the door, or you go in and the person at the front desk says, I'm sorry, but we were actually closed because of the weather delay. So, people are trying to use social media, but everyone knows that those notifications don't always come in and we miss those. So text communication is the best way to get that information across. How about events, right? Don't forget that on Tuesday, it's wear your red t-shirt day. And other announcements, directions, and locations for those new people trying to find them. And even higher education institutions like private colleges, municipalities, adult education courses, community colleges. Again, inclement weather delays, inclement weather class closures. How about event announcements? How about grade inquiries? They could actually send a text message and say, I'm looking for my grades for my XYZ class, my Accounting 101 class, and then they could get their grades returned for that. How about customer service from the registrar? I'm just kind of looking at how much it costs for your next semester of classes or whatever it might be. These are all different ways that the service can be used. How about emergency announcements? Again, weather delays and road closures, we can keep talking about that. But also, what about those industries? Maybe it's a towing company. How about requesting a tow truck? How about driver pickup alerts? Someone's actually delayed getting to you if it's a private taxi cab type of scenario. How about repair facilities? Notification of repairs. We just did a look at your automobile. We realized that you not only need an oil change, but we also looked at your brakes, and you're going to be looking at new brake pads. You had us taking a look at your brakes, but we realized we looked at your rotors, but also we realized that your steering needs to be looked at, your suspension, right? So these are ways that the mechanic or the auto repair facility can send out that in a text message, because all too often they've got to call someone gets the message and they leave it on a voicemail, they then call back, they don't answer someone because they're underneath a car, and then they're playing this voicemail tag and hours are going by, where a text message can be very, very quick and effective. How about quoting? Hey, we were looking at your tires and we realized that you're going to need 4 new tires because they're not going to pass inspection. We found these different tires at this rate. How about scheduling? Someone could text in and say, do you have any openings for an oil change later on this afternoon? They can look at their schedule and say, yes, how's 3:30? They could also send out messages when work was completed. Hey, we just finished the work on your vehicle. You can come pick it up whenever you're ready. Again, these are all easy ways for the business to communicate with the client, and easy ways for the client to receive or enter into communication or dialogue with the business owner. Because again, phone calling takes too much time. It can be inconvenient many times. Emailing sometimes gets missed. And of course, social media can also get missed. How about, again, hours, directions? How about part information? We have these 2 different parts that we'd like you to take a look at before we actually do the installation. And again, you can use it for news, announcements, specials, free oil changes, or we're doing a free transmission fluid flush through the month of November. Or, hey, get your vehicle ready for the nasty weather. Get your winter blades put on, your winter tires, and we're going to do a whole new package for our winter season. So again, the opportunity is endless. Even when you look at, say, nonprofit organizations like churches, associations, clubs, different foundations or charities. What types of communication is there? How about promoting newsletters? Hey, we just sent out a newsletter. Check your email. Requesting donations, and that request could actually have a link to their PayPal or to their website or to whatever type of service that they actually accept payment. It could be to promote an auction or another event to raise funds. It could be a calendar of events. Again, mass promotional, or it could be set up in these automated responsive types of messages as well. How about we just had our board of directors meeting. You can see the minutes available on our website with a link to that page on the website. So it reduces the need for live phone communication or live one-to-one communication. And in many of these organizations, they're volunteer boards, or they're people that are doing other things full-time, and they don't have time to really go into this communication. I look at PTO and PTA organizations, booster clubs might be another avenue. Certainly in the churches and different associations, again, a viable method of communication, and certainly a way to promote the website as centralized information place. And again, we can't ignore the fact that unfranchised owners are business owners as well. So let's take a look at what different aspects of this might work for an unfranchised owner. How about for our retail customers, just for customer service, sending out a mass text to all your customers that are isotonics customers. You know, weather is getting warmer and more humid. Remember to store your isotonics in a cool, dry place. It could be something that goes out to all your trial marketing clients that says, hey, I'm running a special for everyone who participated in my trial marketing campaign where you'll get 15% off if you use this coupon code. Click here to order. It could be those promotional announcements. It could be ordering or reordering. Once a month, maybe send out a blast and say, it's time to stock up on your, your lip balm or anything else, right? It could be something to send information. Maybe you're just sending a PDF or any of our incredible tools that you want to make sure that your clients get. You can certainly use our PRM tool for some of that, but you can certainly personalize it with a text message through this service as well. How about for recruiting? How about a follow-up message? You want to send a follow-up to some of the clients that or candidates, I should say, that you've been maybe exposing the plan to. Maybe you put them in a bulk message that says, hey, we're doing another overview next week, and we'd love to invite you, bring a guest, right? And send the information for an HBP or a UBP, right? You could actually send information for the upcoming UBP to those candidates. And of course, one-to-one is certainly best, but when it comes through a text message, people see that as a one-to-one communication. How about re-engaging contacts, people that you haven't shown the plan to or talked to in some time, maybe it's 3 to 6 months, you put them in a follow-up queue, and you just want to blast something out and say, hey, there's some exciting things. We just won the Torch Award for the second time, and we're so happy. I just want to announce that. If you want to read the article, here it is. Or maybe you want to say, hey, we've got a brand new About MA document, or this great press happening. Here, check out this new video that was just released, or we just featured in a major magazine. It's just another way to promote and expose your brand and your company, a great way to re-engage people. You could say, hey, I'm doing a VIP event, my favorite thing type of party. Come on over, and it's going to be next Thursday night. No obligation, but just want you to come in and check out some of our newer products. You could do the automated request for info. So someone might say, hey, text for more information. And when someone says, I'd like information, when information comes in through the text, it automatically sends them to your marketamerica.com website page or something like that. And certainly for team building, we have a lot of field leaders that are already using text messaging as a way to reach their team to make them aware of certain things that are happening. So event announcements like home business presentation, home health awareness seminars, wellness 101s, motives nights, certainly holiday events that are happening, HBPs, UBPs, as well as upcoming local seminars or product trainings that might be happening in a certain area. And of course, everyone always wants to know, where is the event located? You can also send out the directions. Don't forget, tomorrow night's HBP is being located at the house of Mary Sousa, and Mary Sousa lives at 111 Candlewood Lane in so-and-so Kentucky, right, or whatever it is. So it's a great way to then also make sure that the team has all the information. Again, many people are using Facebook groups, but they're not getting the information because the notification systems that are making it difficult. So where do we go from here, right? Where do we go from here? We've got a great product that can be used across many different industries, and it's our job to work with the businesses to kind of strategize different ways that they could use it. How are they currently engaging their clients and customers, and how do they see this service being used? Well, we still want to go through the 5 C's, right? Who are the candidates? Who are we looking for? Maybe do a little research and a conversation. How do they currently communicate? Is it just in person? Is it on the phone? Do they do email marketing? Is it social media? What's working well? Where could they improve? How can they increase engagement? From there, we can then contact them to set up an appointment to learn a little bit more, and we've got a great video to do that. So think to yourself right now, who do you know? Who do you know that's a restaurant owner or works in a restaurant? Who do you know that's a contractor or works for a contractor? Who do you know that's an attorney? Who do you know that owns a gym, a salon, car detailing or auto repair shops, dentists, doctors, landscapers, retail shops, and other organizational leaders? The idea is that we all know people, including unfranchised owners in our groups, that this could be a huge asset to them and help streamline their business practices, which in the end will increase revenue and decrease their expenses. Even if they're soft costs, it's still going to affect their bottom line. And certainly when we look at our other majors like our Motives beauty professionals, we look at our Nutrimetrics health professionals, we look at our financial service professionals, we look at our TLS, personal trainers in gyms. These are all people that own businesses where they're trying to communicate and engage their clients. So again, it becomes an unbelievable service that we're just launching. We're so excited. So I want to just take a quick look at some of the tools that we have, but also how we can get someone set up. So just bear with me for one moment. And we'll realize that when you go to mawebcenters.com, there is a link here at the top for Morse Connect, right? So under Morse Connect, we click that. And wouldn't you know, this is a great place to send someone for information, right? So right here, new texting service that lets your customer text you. And it talks a little bit about the product. And then there's an incredible video, and hopefully you've seen it. And if not, I would recommend that you watch it after this webinar. But you can review the video, again, something that you can send out to them or send them to this page. And then talks a little bit about landline texting and toll-free texting, the personal responses, unlimited responses, and then it talks about starting at $19.99 per month. They have examples, the toolbox, and pricing with links there. And on the left-hand side, we have those same links here. So examples, want to run your business better? Just add Morse Connect. So for the restaurant, right, a little bit of an example of why a restaurant might use it. Then we have our toolbox, what's included, right? And those same statistics we already mentioned today are there. And it talks about different ways that people can use text messages. And it's a great way to introduce your candidates to this incredible, incredible product. So the idea is it talks about different case studies. We're going to be getting more and more testimonials with clients that are using the service. And then when we get into pricing, we'll show you how that works in just a moment. Okay, so when we click on pricing, it talks about all the packages. So right here, it says what the pricing actually is. And when they click Get Connected Now, right, it's a lead form. Their name, their email, their phone number. So for WebCenter owners, the best place to send them is actually to your WebCenter. And you'll see on the WebCenter, when you click on Morse Connect, it's now connected to you because it's your WebCenter. It's the same exact layout as you just saw. But when they go to pricing, when they click Get Connected Now, and this is how you'd actually get a business owner set up that is not currently a website or digital marketing client of yours, they go to Get Connected, and they would either sign in with their username and password to your WebCenter, or they would create an account themselves here, and it would take them through the checkout process. So that's a great way to get your brand new candidate enrolled in Morse Connect. So you take them to your WebCenter, click on Morse Connect, click on pricing, choose the package that they want, click Get Connected, and they create an account right now. However, what you'll also know is that when you go to your website manager, if you're an existing client, existing clients log in. Under the website tab, there's actually a call out right here that says Purchase Morse Connect. So when they click on Purchase Morse Connect, it's going to bring them to the setup fee. They get to choose what level of service they want with a quick information. When they click on the question mark, they can add campaign management. When they click continue, it's going to take them right to the billing procedure. So again, very simple, very easy to get a new customer enrolled in Morse Connect. I would recommend that you use your WebCenter address and click on the Morse Connect link. If you're not sure how that works and you just want to go right to mawebcenters.com, you can do that as well. But when they click Get Connected, they're actually going to get to a lead form, and that's why I recommend going to your Web Center. Now, if you're a Web Center Pro and you've customized your Web Center, you're not going to have that tab for Morse Connect. So you can call into tech support. We've got Morse Connect pricing widgets available for you to add to your Web Center Pro account, or you can revert to one of our previous designs and it will automatically populate in the menu navigation. So that's how our Web Center Pro will go about getting access to the Morse Connect. Again, we've got widgets available to add into any page that you could then reskin it yourself based on what you've seen on the mawebcenters.com or other web centers, because Web Center Pros get a little bit more of a custom feel to their Web Center, but we want to make sure they didn't miss out on the opportunity to have Morse Connect sales. So again, a very, very robust product, a very robust service, and needed in the marketplace. You know, most people prefer text, and we're so excited to launching this product. So let's get out there and share the video with as many people as we can and start those conversations to help businesses better communicate with their clientele.